It helps if I unmute, I guess. Okay, so for Svenja, there's a specific stew that her and her mother makes sort of towards the second half of winter, when vegetables and fresh things and so things like that is becoming more hard to find. And the reason she loves this is that her and her mother takes 3 or 4 or 5 hours cooking the stew together, having wine. So the reason she loves the food is because of the experience of preparing it. So how's that for avoiding the answer?
No, I like that. That's a good one. Yeah, I feel like we've got Gorm is the cook, and Carmela has got a very specific taste, I think. What would your guys' favorite foods
A very simple thing. Blood. Though what kind? Though what taste of blood is a sub question. She likes it from people she fights, because nothing is more dull than blood just taken while they sleep.
Better get a bit of adrenaline in there. Extra day. And Gorm?
I think he said he's still setting up the mic.
Oh,
in
okay.
In the chat on Forge.
Oh, I don't know which chat to watch. Yeah, then that's cool. We can jump into the recap then. Has anyone got a recap?
Okay, I'll have a go at it. So the previous session, we went further up the river. We started by interrogating the Trollkin caster that we captured the previous time. Got some information about the hags and how they seem to be morphing creatures into other creatures, like or using Leonin for skins and so forth. We learned about the Whispering Glades, where the trolls go for to get their dragon blood. And he told us about Malgrim the Possession. He says, I think Atrax is trying to hunt down Malgrim.
Yeah.
We row further north, and the mist doesn't really lift up. It remains sort of cold and dank and not nice to see. There's some debris up ahead, and the creatures in the forest seem to be emaciated and bled dry of energy and life. We come across a stone bridge, and there is a shrill scream of a woman, which doesn't sound good, and we're obviously a little bit suspicious, but someone with bright red hair and green eyes comes running out of the forest. We find out later her name is Isolde. Atrix tries to rescue her, and it scares the shit out of her, but we convince her that we're on her side. And we essentially fight a whole bunch of Trollkin. Every time we kill one, they split up until the main origin troll, I guess Patient Zero, comes across. As we slay him, the others take some damage. Eventually, we kill all the trolls. We find out that Zol escaped and was purchased by people, slaves, and attacked. Turned into some sort of pet.
You're very far away. I can't.
Yeah, something's going on with your mic.
Okay, let's try better now.
Okay, there you go.
So she escaped from the trolls, and we somehow discovered that she had bardic skills, but that was taken by the hags. As she she was tricked by them. She wanted to be the finest musician and gave a lock of hair, and that was taken from her. Torg finds something that looks like the roots of a tree. There's some sort of a glowing thing inside, which might be the heart of the forest. And we continue to travel further up. We see some ghosts. Malgrim, the possessor, comes around, and Atrax attacks him because he didn't make his saving throw. This is where we find out that Malgrim captured Atrax's wife and child and put them into crystal soul prisons, very similar to the ones we have for our pets, our mounts. And that was actually quite a busy session. That was sort of the, not a short recap, but what I have is what happened last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that brings us up to speed. The one thing, just to clarify, Torg didn't find anything in particular. He was kind of trying to show you where he wanted to go. He didn't like find the heart of the forest. Just to clear that.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, that brings us to where you are now, where you have made camp. And last time I think we rolled for the watches that you were taking, but we join you now at your camp where you have reached a waypoint. And something that I keep forgetting is that now that you have a longship, that longship counts as a keep essentially, which means that you can raise units there, but it also means that you can train. So when you reach a waypoint, if you want to take some time to train, you will be able to train. If you look in the keep section in the journal, that you'll see there are a couple of like features that you can train that you can keep until your next waypoint. So there's a bunch of actions and things that you'll be able to take as well. And it's kind of like a temporary feature that you can switch every time you do this kind of training.
Okay.
But I will show you, there'll be a folder that's about to pop up called actions, and you can go
Okay.
through those if you like. Or if you open the, I'll just, yeah, if you see that thing I just shared, if you scroll down to training, you'll see there are things like you can do medium armor training, and then you get an extra 5 feet of movement while you've got medium armor,
Oh,
little things like that.
okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's more for martial things, but you can kind of pick something and hone it in while we're doing this. But with that, I'll kind of leave it to you guys as we go into the night. You guys have been here, you've set up your camp, and haven't heard any more from Malgrim. You're pretty sure that there are things watching you from the forest, but just like this swamp just seems like it got an eerie, ominous vibe to it, and you're not seeing many animals roaming around.
Ooh.
As Svenja said, anything you have seen is looking very sickly, but yeah, your camp seems pretty safe for now.
Oh wow! I just sneezed. As you said, everything in the swamp will be sickly, and I just sneezed. Okay.
Okay, so in terms of training, Svenja would be doing the finesse training with the new spear that she took off Ailsund. So she essentially, I don't know what, hang a piece of cloth off a tree and sort of stab at it and dodge and stab and so forth. Actually, not a piece of, she'll sort of tie a piece of rope around a medium-sized rock and swing it to and fro and sort of poke it with a stick, with a spear, and when it comes back, try and dodge and poke it again. that kind of fit the picture of finesse training. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, I think so. These things are up to you to describe. There's no role required, but if you would like to, if you'd like to make a role just for the flavor, you're welcome to make one that whatever fits. Probably just an attack roll or something. But yeah, and feel free to get involved with each other's training as well if you guys want to spar and things. You've kind of got some time here to take a rest and interact before you move further into the forest the following day.
Okay.
Okay, I'm fully up for helping other people with training. I'm going to go with an acrobatics kind of role because it feels like it's dodging and jumping and Dexy kind of things. That's what she's trying to do for the response attack. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, not great. 8. So she gets bashed by the stone a couple of times as she does not get it right.
Atrax would love to do some slashing training with the greatsword that here he has. Probably just going a bit to the side of the camp and putting a stick down into the soil, a long stick, and then just trying to cut at it, but to be as precise as possible and cut it as thinly as possible, the slices.
I tell you what, if he wants to, Svenja can kind of weave the stick around, so you must try and cut it while she's moving it around.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
She eventually gives up on this finesse training. He's like, okay, this is a ball of shit. Let me go and play with Atrax.
I'll say on top of that, Svenja, you can also make a survival check as you're doing this and helping Atrax. Because this, you'll notice that the stick, like the challenge of doing this is to cut it and not just knock it over. But you will notice that the ground is already quite uneven. And yeah, with that 18, you can tell that this marshy sort of swampy ground is going to get much worse once you get in there. There's a good chance that it would be very easy to mistake like solid ground for just moss and things that you could fall into the ground here in this marsh very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was thinking about snowshoes and something. Can we make something that's almost like a snowshoey kind of thing that might help us walk on the marsh? Pity we don't have Mikkel or Gorm here. Or crafts people. How good are the rest of you with crafting shit?
Oh wait, what did you ask?
So crafting stuff. So she's wondering, so if it's going to get worse walking in this marsh, I mean, the idea of snowshoes that we use in winter, whether we should make something like that to put under our boots.
What kind of roll would that be, Dev?
Oh man,
Bless you.
There you go.
What, to make snowshoes?
Yeah, crafting, or I don't know. I don't have any proficiencies with anything like tools, so that's a minus on my side. I'm just curious if I could use a skill or anything like that.
Yeah, probably sleight of hand if you're tying things like to try and get those knots and things well done. Otherwise, maybe survival to try and come up with some way of traversing the marsh. Maybe not necessarily snowshoes, because yeah, I mean here even a wider surface area, you may still end up just walking onto water.
Yeah.
You know? But
I could roll a survival if that's allowed.
Yeah, I mean it depends what you're trying to actually achieve. Sorry, I also sort of cut over your training there, but
yeah, no problem.
But yeah, I mean, you guys tell me what you're trying to do, and we shall see how it works.
First, for the training, just for the fun of it, can I also roll athletics?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I clicked on it, but it's not happening.
Oh, it didn't show.
Yeah, the dice looked like a 1 to me. It may have been a 7 though.
It was a 4 to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is not showing up in the chat. I just saw.
That's weird. Maybe because I have no idea why actually. Let me try reloading the forge. Give me a sec. But yeah, whatever I rolled. I guess I didn't succeed that well, but so as I'm thinking as Svenja would move the stick around, I would get a bit confused and fall on my butt a few times, but still I would improve on in my hits. As I would spin around trying to get the best hits from time to time.
Yeah, so you and I are both going to blame the soft, mossy, shitty surface for our poor
Yeah.
performance. It's because the ground was wobbly. It's not us, it's the ground.
Yeah.
Maybe send us proposal.
I take it, yeah.
It is a
She's not
legitimate
above-
problem that you are facing, so I feel like it makes sense.
Yeah, but look, she's not above her way. She's not above lying herself out of embarrassing situations now and then.
Yeah. As for the survival check, I don't know, I would probably try to get a better sense of the ground. In what way? I would try to see like if there's any clues that maybe this patch of grass looks a bit too damp or too mossy in a way, and to get a feel of it, and then to just be more aware of the surrounding to some degree.
Yeah, I mean, you can make those checks as we go to like test as you're going. But if you want to try and sit here and identify like what's going to work, you can either make a survival or nature check.
Okay, give me a sec. Let's go with survival. Maybe I can find something. Oh, okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you've been planning this trip to the marsh. You knew it was going to come to this, and you have prepared. You know that as you have been sailing along, you've seen a lot of like branches and things that were getting in the way of the ship, and you know
Uh-huh.
that that is a clear indicator that something is submerged. It's very hard for entire tree trunks to just sink into the mud, but
Yeah.
there's certain identifiers that you are well aware of in the swamp that you should be able to avoid uneven patches, or yeah, you should be able to avoid. And I'll say everyone will actually, from that, you'll be able to direct everyone, and they will get advantage on any saving throws that they will need to do
Oh,
to avoid falling in.
awesome. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
So so advantage on saving throws from falling into stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Onyx and Camilla doing anything?
Oh,
Yeah.
for
Yes. You'll be
Yes.
doing the versatile training, though. Not like those peasants. You'd be finding a tree and just going at like it from different angles. Why touch the ground?
Picturing
Yeah.
that scene from Men in Tights where he just whittles down the whole post. But yeah, which training are you actually doing there?
The versatile one.
Nice.
Yep. And Onyx is going to do bludgeoning training, and it's kind of like similar to Carmel is going to go up to a tree and, but for him he's basically going to strike it, practicing the power of his punches and kicks.
Very nice. As you guys are training on these trees, I would like both of you to please give me a dex saving.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh no, we fucked with nature.
Nature comes back to haunt.
So a deck saving throw, correct?
Yeah.
At advantage though, or not? That's
That's-
no trick.
You don't need advantage. Just look at that. Look, it's easy.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what Onyx rolls. Okay, decent. 10.
So, yeah, as Camilla, you are fighting this tree, you're going to see a branch just whip towards you, and you'll easily duck and manage to avoid it, but it seems like the tree is fighting you back. Onyx, you unfortunately don't see the branch coming as it clips you and knocks you 10 feet back. You're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage
Ooh.
as you were knocked prone into the marsh as this tree punches back and does not seem to appreciate being beaten up.
Family members
Okay.
of Talk. Talk, do you know
Okay.
these people?
Tug puts both hands up in the air and he goes, I'm Tug.
Okay, I have no idea what that means.
I think he's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It means don't touch the ground.
Yeah.
Let's try training. Let us try training on each other. Yeah, Onyx will make that recommendation as he kind of gets up. He's like, ugh.
Yeah.
I'm sure Yormund would probably be taking you up on the sparring if he was here, but
Mm-hmm.
is everyone else busy preparing survival stuff, or is someone getting involved?
Yeah, I think Svenya's in a playful mood, so if anybody needs sparring or training partners, she's quite happy to stand in and catch me if you can, kind of see. But she may actually just put an extra winter cloak on over her other stuff for padding, which is looking at the bludgeoning training. Do not want to get really hit by Onyx.
Hmm.
Yeah, you guys can make a contested athletics check to see who wins this first bout.
Oh, drat, can I not do...
Yeah,
Hey,
you
wait.
can make acrobatics or athletics.
My athletics actually not that bad. I keep on forgetting that I got super juice from the Valkyrie. Not that that helps a lot.
Oh crap!
Right. Svenja gets her butt whooped, clearly.
Yeah, it's like one like knife, like a knife hand jab to the throat. It's like ah.
Yeah, with those rolls, Sven, trying to slip that and just slipping directly into it instead. As, yeah, seems like your new friend has got some martial arts skills.
Yeah, so he does. Camilla, up for a three-way sparring fighting thing? Carmilla trying to do some fancy. I can't find the training thing again. It's completely disappeared. Where are we looking? Camp actions.
Of course.
Under establishment, there are actions up at the top. You should be able to see that you have all of those options, as which are a lot of those are like weapon specific. So like the pommel smash, which Atrax was trying to do last time. Like you could take that ability. One or two of them in there might be just normal things that you can always do. I may have not taken them out, but I will show you the other one again. There we go.
Okay, yeah, that's the Where does the keep journal thing live? Or is that something you're just showing us now and then?
Under establishments and then
Oh.
under strongholds.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not.
Okay,
seeing
I
that.
found it. Yeah, it's in
wait,
items.
Wait, is it in the journal? Like I
No,
see
it's-
the keep message.
It's in items.
Oh, items. Okay.
There we go. Got it.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah, so
Okay.
there you can also see what all of the different things can do. I mean, they've all got long explanation,
Mm-hmm.
but for future reference, when you like building towers or keeps or whatever, that's where the features are.
Yeah.
Okay, so now how does this work now? So Svenja's done, well, we've all done various bits of training. Is that we now have that, or do we have to do that a sufficient amount of times to get that?
No,
finesse training, whatever it is?
you get that ability then until you can change it every time you kind of get to a waypoint. But that's just you've just got that. You will be able to train more to get feats, but we're not going to get into that right now.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then are you guys going to? I mean, you have been resting for a while. You've had enough time to have already taken your long rest, but it is now about 10 to 8 at night, and I suppose you've been training, so it's about 10 to 9, and it is a very dark and eerie swamp ahead of you. I don't know how brave you're feeling if you want to go out at night, but otherwise you can take a rest and try and leave at first light. It is entirely up to you guys. I'm sure Gorm is cooking up a storm, as you are all feeling quite hungry after
Yeah.
last time and after all the fights. It is the stomachs are a grumbling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say we camp for the night, and it would make more sense to just leave in the morning to continue in a safer time frame.
Yeah, so from the older other exposition rules, I think Svenja would definitely be telling some fun stories and maybe some spooky stories and singing some songs and stuff around the campfire at night to sort of build up the morale and distract people from the feeling of the place. She's kind of feeling quite morbid, so she will entertain everybody that evening.
Awesome.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna listen to Svenja.
Yeah, as you are, as you all kind of gather around the fire and are listening to Svenja. There we go. A performance. Okay, yeah. As you are telling these stories, you'll see Isolde is like listening intently, as is the giant. Everyone kind of gathered around. But you will notice, Svenja, as you are talking, there is every now and then you hear almost whispering echoes of what you are saying, and it sounds like the mists around you are almost repeating some of the phrases and that you are saying. And it, as much as you are definitely with the 20, you are picking up morale, there is still this unsettling feeling that sends shivers up the back of your neck, down your spine. As I would like everyone to also give me a wisdom saving throw as you guys spend the night.
Okay.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. 19 for Onyx. Oh no! Uh-oh!
Oh,
Oh my
shit.
god! Oh no! People are rolling low!
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
going to ask if Svenja can do an Arcana, sort of think about what's happening as she picks up on this, but that wisdom saving throw probably prevents her from doing that.
Yeah, so this is kind of, yeah, I mean, you're not really meant to know about the saving throw. It is an effect of the swamp, but you are all going to, other than Onyx, who, you know, you are able to center yourself and not succumb to this. As being a monk, you've probably done some fasting and actually, is he vegetarian?
Oh, Onyx.
Uh,
No.
I feel like you had made that a
No,
thing.
no,
Have you-
no. No, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But anyway, for the rest of you, you are going to feel this overwhelming hunger, even after you guys will eat well. Gom's cooked up a storm, and you know that you should be full, but it's just not enough. You're still like painfully hungry, and at this point, you feel like you would eat anything. There's like even the grass around you is starting to look good, but this is something that kind of sets in as the evening goes on. You just can't quite fill that void.
So this is sort of ringing a bell of something that either Isolde, yeah, I think Isolde said, about drinking the dragon blood makes you sort of incessantly hungry, and that's the thing of the swamp. Why the deer was so emaciated, they are eating and eating but never feeling full. There's there seems to be some sort of link with that. Maybe
Yeah,
this
you
is
saw
more,
those deer were eating mud as well. They weren't just grazing, they were actually like it was slopping out of their mouth. They were just eating dirt.
okay, so let me see. Will she dig into, yeah, she'll be eating that disgusting, rations, dried hard biscuits. Just be sort of almost like chain smoking, but chain nibbling on one of these things. So for fun, I'm going to reduce 2 rations of my.
Yeah, we should actually be tracking the party rations, but because I mean the ones that you're carrying with you, I don't know if anyone's been actually keeping track of that.
Yeah, not
No.
really.
No.
But is anyone else going to be dipping into the rations over the night? Because you guys have brought at least a week's worth of food with you.
Eating time. Nom 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 nom. Wait a second. Maybe not the most useful use of it. But she's gonna eat one of the vials of troll blood.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I like it. So does that give you an effect?
Not unless we can find the guy from Redo of Healer. Then he can.
Oh.
Then I get 20 hit points at the start of each of my turn. I think that's it. Unless I take fire and acid damage.
I mean, okay, you've got the item. I don't know. You posted in the chat, but yeah, you absolutely start digging into some troll's blood. As yeah, you've managed to collect quite a bit on your travel so far. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, so I will say because of the place that you are in, tomorrow, Carmilla, you will have advantage on stealth checks for the first 12 hours of the day.
wait, only Carmilla or the party?
Yeah, just Carmilla, because she's
Okay.
been nibbling on the troll's blood. But
Mhm.
then Atrax, are you also going to be digging into the rations a bit as the night goes. I mean, I imagine you guys, when you're taking your watch, you would have the opportunity.
I mean, sure, I can't. Atrax can't help it because of the hunger that invades his mind and soul. So he will look with greedy eyes, especially towards the beef jerkies that are inside the packs, and will grab a few of those. One ration, let's say.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Bear in mind, one ration is like a week's worth of food, but I appreciate it. No, but this is beautiful. I love everyone leaning into the effect here as we go to the watches over the night, as everyone takes their moment to kind of go pick at the rations, taking what no one's trying to eat all the food, but as the night is going on, everyone has been sort of picking into them. As let's see, who was okay? Yeah, you guys rolled pretty well on the on your watch checks. Atrax, when you get there, there's plenty of food to go around. There's like no one's going to mind if you grab up a bunch of the jerky and biltong and just
Yeah.
try and fill that void. Still not so successfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Svenja is more sort of, I'm just going to take one or two small bites, no one will notice. It's like I eat 2 or 3 peanuts at a time, and like 4 hours later, all the peanuts are gone. That's more a sort of nibble kind of way. It's not, I'm going to grab a handful and like, just a tiny bite.
Yeah, there's exactly that. You will also notice, Svenja, as I think you were the last one to take a watch and you got a nat 20, you will still be getting that feeling of something watching you from the forest. But when you keep going back and checking, you'll notice that you will notice that there is a lot of food missing. Like you thought there should be much more, but you'll kind of be seeing the effect of everyone having picked at it through the night. And as you and Carmilla are kind of switching shifts, both of you are going to see someone else picking into the rations, as Isolde is also, you see her kind of scratching through some crates and not sure where to find the food, but trying to find something. She seems to be under the effects of this as well.
Okay, did she also fail?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm kind of a bit worried about what the giant is doing.
He's eating you.
The giant is emitting a sound that you're not sure if it's coming from his face or his stomach. You're not sure if that's his stomach grumbling or if he's snoring, but the ground around him is sort of rumbling, but he seems to be asleep.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so that insight check, I think, says that Svenja realizes when she sees all the rations are going that she's been snacking, and that everybody else also seems to, well, she's thinking back. Okay, so we all seem to be snacking uncontrollably. Not me, of course, everybody else. So when she wakes up the party for breakfast, she may share with them. I think we've all been snacking a lot. So is anybody else feeling this and can't, this hungry thing, staying hungry?
Yeah, it's insatiable. It's just, I feel like eating the dirt beneath my feet. It's just like a never-ending void inside me.
Okay, well, for some reason, Svenja has a bag of grey mud in her inventory. Fuck knows why. You can have that if you want. Didn't Isolde say so? Okay, so if we kind of call this out, do we realize that this is the curse of the swamp that's busy taking control of us? Or because we certainly
by this point, by this point, noticing all of this, you've managed to put 2 and 2 together. I mean, you didn't need a roll. You guys have come to that conclusion yourselves.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. The swamp is not not a nice place to be in, or it's too long.
Okay, so I mean, at the speed that this seems to be hitting us, we should probably not spend another 2 or 3 nights here. We should probably get out of here as quickly as we can.
Mm.
Well, yeah, but we still should help Torg, and there's still the hags.
Yeah, but I'm kind of wondering if we should try and move faster than we did yesterday, maybe, and because that's one of our options is move faster with less perception.
True, but to my knowledge, we only had 1 day left of traveling to the Reclamation Marsh anyway. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, shall we go to that map so you can see the route?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm.
also show the potential route back. You guys were talking about maybe taking the river back down to the obelisk.
Yeah. So yeah, it should be just 1 day of. Well, I don't know if we can arrive there with a ship. It doesn't seem to be.
It is marshland. I would say there is a river close to you that kind of goes a bit further
Okay.
in. But yeah, bringing the whole ship may be difficult. This is more like
Yeah.
better for like
Yeah.
rowboats or something like that.
Yeah.
But you could
Yeah.
definitely sail through this marsh. It might just take some time.
Yeah. So maybe we'll need to just go by foot.
Or
Yeah.
you would
It
also
would
after
really-
your
it-
sorry, just after Atrax's like understanding of the ground, you would know that the safest way to travel is probably by boat because you're much less likely to step into something that you didn't mean to. But yeah, there's marshland to cover.
Decisions. What do you guys think?
I mean, can we get all the way where we need to go by boat, and will it be faster? Or do we go as far as we can with the boat and then just go on foot? So I definitely want to get out of here as fast as possible. So I'm all going to be for the trade-off between speed and safety. I'm probably going to go for speed.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
That's kind of Svenja's. She does not like this eating thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yes.
No,
Right now, I agree. We need to do something quick.
As long as we manage to complete the missions, I say we should go for speed, even though we are less perceptive or anything like that.
Yes. Whatever danger lies ahead, I believe we can handle it.
Okay, so Devin, how far can we go in with the boat? Can we get all the way to Reclamation, or on the map it doesn't look like there's a waterway from where we are to where we need to be?
Yeah, it's all of this marshland shifts constantly with the water, so there's a big chance of running into sandbanks and things like that. But if you guys have got rowboats, you'll probably be able to navigate it fairly easily. Taking the whole longship in, it's impossible to tell whether you'll be able to go all the way through. But you think that, yeah, if you're taking the whole longship, it'll be hard to do it fast.
Okay.
You would be able to probably trying to go fast. You would probably be able to go at a normal pace. But also bear in mind that that would be rowing. So like you're not going to be able to open the sails up in the marsh.
Yeah.
Quick idea, and let me know if this sounds like a horrible idea or like a good idea. What if we went upstream a bit, and then we went to the Whispering Glade, and only then the Reclamation Marsh?
Hmm.
Something like what I'm showing right now on the map.
Hmm.
Would that how long would that take? Because we would
Feel like-
maintain the course on the main river, so it should be less of a. We would just switch the order in which we're doing things, and then we can go down.
Hmm. No, I feel like
No?
going around. I feel like going around is a bit of a detour. It may take.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe there's no way to transport the boat actually on that side of the river on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do think that you could probably go fast if you're on the big river. You'd be able to move at a fast pace, and getting around there would be a couple of hours, like 3 or 4 hours to get around to the top. But yeah, as you say, you may run into the same problem if you're going to try and come down the river. There's definitely less ground to cover up there.
So our giant friend, how does he do with? I mean, for us, for stepping into deep water or something is problematic. But how is his walking through the marsh? How problematic is it going to be for him? Because what I'm thinking is, if
Yeah.
we can walk and pull a rowboat with the other people, so they can sort of fly on Nightwing and sort of scout out the route a little bit. So that might be the fastest way, is that the giant pulls the rowboat on safe-ish areas and Svenja tries to map all the. Hang on, that doesn't make sense. Does it make sense? Does that make? Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, the giant will say, I can definitely try to pull it, or maybe even lift it over some whatever sandbanks we may run into. I doubt I will get stuck in the marsh. He seems confident, but Atrax, you know that even getting one leg stuck in a mud pit could slow him, like could get him stuck.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I will let him know.
Dangerous marsh.
Well, in that case, so the plan is to go with the rowboats, and what was exactly Svenja's because I couldn't I misunderstood, I think.
So she's going to fly on her hippogriff.
Uh-huh.
So that less people in the rowboat and see, sort of scout as far as she can see ahead, or as good as she can see from the air. Maybe she'll spend a bit of time over breakfast with Atrax to say, show me what you saw yesterday. So show me how to see what you saw.
Mm-hmm.
And then the giant can either be in the rowboat or pull it, or try and help. If he's going to get stuck easily, maybe we should have him in a second rowboat.
Yeah, I was thinking kind of the same thing. If he can fit in a rowboat, but if not, we can just leave the ship in his care and go by boat with a rowboat to the Reclamation Marsh, and then Whispering Glade, and then go back with the boats.
It could be useful in a fight against the hags. I don't think we're going to get away without fighting.
Yeah, that's also true.
I mean, and if he doesn't fit in the rowboat, what we can do, there's enough a big enough, quick, quick and dirty rafty kind of thing.
Hmm. But at the same time, if we take the giant, our ship will be left unguarded. Essentially, do we want that while we're away?
Yeah. Don't know how many
We'll
other
just
people are
be
going to be
told
around
the-
here looking to steal a ship.
You also see Isolde kind of sitting there listening to this, looking quite nervous, as yeah, she doesn't seem too keen to be heading back towards the
Yeah.
hags, but she's
Yeah.
just sort of listening at this point.
Maybe we can leave Isolde with the ship, although I don't know if she would want that. Would you want
Yeah.
that, Isolde?
I don't think so. She'll be practically alone. It's very dangerous. Like, what
Rather
I
do
would suggest.
that than go back to the hags, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I think we should probably proceed with caution, but still faster than we have been so far. And it would be a good idea to scout ahead, like Svenja said. I can even come with you with my winged boots. To just not. I'm not sure if I'm as fast as you, but I can maybe, grab the tail of the hippogriff and you just kind of fly me with the speed of light. So yeah.
So there's actually an interesting feature of the hippogriff, which is if you end your turn within 10 feet of ally, both of you get extra movement speed. It's more kind of a combat thing, but yeah. But I think we're essentially going to fly as fast as the boat can go. So
Okay.
and maybe up ahead, maybe there is find a little bit of pass. But okay, let's go do that. Let's scout ahead. Are there enough people to row the boat there? It's Camilla and Onyx and that's in the boat in the giant. Oh, so but hang on a second. Your flying boots is not sort of forever. It's limited in the day, right?
It's limited by a few hours, I think. Let me check. Up to 4 hours.
Okay. Maybe let's keep it, or some of it, for the hags. And if Svenja feels uncertain, she'll come and call you and say, "Hey, come and
Okay. Got it.
Okay,
And-
so there would be. I'm not sure how many you can actually fit on a rowboat. I think
4 people, maybe.
yeah, 4 people.
Yeah,
So 2
I think
crew, 2
4.
passengers. So yeah, and I think you've got 2. I don't actually know where you've got the rowboats from, but I assume with the ship.
Yeah.
So you're taking both. I mean, the giant's probably going to take up
One.
like a whole one, but he
Yeah.
will be able to walk and try and clear some debris if he's coming with you. Otherwise, you're not leaving him there to defend the ship.
What are the rest of you think? Defend
Honestly,
the ship?
yeah, I wouldn't want the ship to get because there is some possibility to lose the ship if we just
Yeah.
left it unguarded with just Isolde.
Yeah. That's what Onyx was suggesting, to leave the giant and Isolde here.
Okay.
So we could just leave the giant and Isolde and just go together, the rest of us.
Yeah, because I'm kind of trying to work in my head how would a rowboat go with a longship. I can see that we could possibly tow one behind us. Okay, so in the rowboat and the hippogriff, leave the giant and Isolde there. What is the range of a horn? How far can you hear a horn if a horn has been blown? Not far enough for them to call us back, I'm guessing.
Yeah, maybe if a giant blows a horn, you can probably sounds like vuvuzelas during the World Cup.
Svenja has a human-sized horn, not a giant-sized. She'll leave it with him anyway. Blow this thing if you need us. Let's see. Maybe we hear him, maybe we don't.
I will do. I'll give it my best. Good luck out there. Don't forget to take the little one with you. And you'll see Torg very happily, like already on the front of one of the well, one of the rowboats.
Nice. We
Well, he
will.
has to row. Okay,
Is-
free ride today, talk.
So yeah, are you guys heading into the marsh as the kind of path implies?
Yep.
So which way are you heading first? Towards Reclamation Marsh itself, or up around towards the Whispering Glade?
I believe the reclamation marsh. It's closer.
Yeah, let's go to Reclamation Marsh first. In my mind, at least.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Feel
that's
like we're
where you're
using.
expecting to get the
Yeah.
hags, right? No, Whispering Glades is where the hags are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
yeah.
Whispering Glade. Reclamation marsh is like kind of like finding where Torg lives.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe we
so-
can do the thing that Torg wants, and maybe we can improve the whole area if he manages to. I don't know what he wants to do exactly, but to restore the forest. So I would assume something good.
Yeah.
Maybe that will give
Also-
less of an advantage on the hags.
Also, at the same time, after we're done rowing and go on foot, should we take the rowboat? Since we do see that there seems to be small rivers around the Whispering Glade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a robot is much more carryable, so to speak. Can carry
Ah.
like 4 people should be able to move it if we encounter just a bunch of land in front of us and move it from river to river. But yeah, onwards we row.
Yeah, so just for reference, you're moving across this place. There is definitely water kind of everywhere that you could move through, and as you say, just to move over some smaller sandbanks and whatever, you might be able to just pick it up. But it basically counts as difficult terrain, is how we're going to.
Yeah.
So let me just work this out quickly. Okay.
I just want to say that the fact that Sonia wants to fly on Nightwing has got nothing to do with this stuff that she stashed in her pockets. Food. Anybody else see it?
Yeah.
She definitely did not take rations and put it in her pocket and hide it in her pockets.
Yeah, you can always just blame Shepard, who must eat a lot. Yeah, so you guys, those of you who are, I need one person in each rowboat. Are you just taking one?
Yeah, I think so. We just need one for.
Okay, we can assume that Gorm, Yormund, and Mikil are on the other one, and
Yeah.
but then
okay.
whoever's rowing, you can give me a survival checks, and those of you scouting above, you can give me perception checks.
I can do the rowing of survival check.
Go ahead.
Onyx can do that.
You do the rowing then. Atrax
Okay.
will just rest.
Well, you can give me an athletics check then. If you're rowing, if you're just resting, then you can just look pretty.
Yeah, with my what's called the thing around my neck in the wind. The mane in the wind, yeah.
Yeah, in the mist and eerie fog, but it's you're heading towards your closer to your family, so it's feeling good.
Yeah.
What? Let me roll a perception for Nightwing as well. She might do better. Not really.
Yeah, so from the skies, you are struggling to see through the mist. It is this thick fog that is still kind of just resting on top of the marsh. But as you are going, you start to notice that there are there are some strange plants here and towering trees that you're having to kind of fly through the canopy in order to see the rowboat. But every now and then it opens up into easier to navigate sections, and you'll notice patches of marsh and sandbanks that seem to be kind of whatever debris floats into them seems to be sinking into them, almost like it's quicksand. But it is, yeah, very hard to see from up above and actually direct anyone. Camilla, you, however, you managed to get a good view on where these little sandbanks are, and you managed to keep the rowboat from crashing into any of them, as you find that these mists are not quite as distracting to you. You're finding it much easier to actually see through it. But yeah, Onyx, you're pretty sure you're going the right way. It's hard to tell. You're just kind of going where they are directing you, and where there is sort of the option to go through water. But you feel like you're on
Yeah.
track.
Yeah.
As-
Right now, Onyx is kind of a little focused on like rowing through the harsh marsh area. It's like very hard to row, essentially.
Okay, I'm just putting your tokens down as we go to the next map.
Ooh la la. Okay.
Don't try to
Um,
seduce it.
Okay, there is a slight problem. My power is out and my battery is dying. The solution I
Oh.
had before is unfortunately not feasible anymore. But
Hmm.
it's supposed to come back in like 20 minutes. I
Mhm.
can still keep going for a little bit, but I'm just to warn you, my battery's on like 20 something percent.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ooh.
So if we lose you, shall we drop in at sort of 10 each again, or in 10 past or something like that, and see if you're back?
Yes, please. If I
Yeah.
should be back on at 10, but we may just need to take a little break.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Yeah, no
Cool,
problem.
let's see. Dancing Lady and the Swamp Dryad.
Yes, this is what you guys will be seeing as you are coming in, and just making them out. I'm just trying to find your token.
We are making our way down into the marsh.
Hmm. I like this Dancing Lady, Dancing Flower. Ooh, pretty. Just get one in the garden.
Yeah, like the moving around the token, the ying ying ying.
Yeah, that I must admit is pretty cool.
Yeah, except
Yeah.
they're all in sync. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah, a quick question. So if we get out of the boat, everything is like difficult terrain in this area.
Well, we don't have to get out of the boat. We can stay in it. Or, well, in Svenja's on Nightwing. Somewhere up in the air.
but no, actually, it wouldn't be. But you are kind of risking. You're not sure which of the ground is solid, but it wouldn't be difficult terrain here. It's just for the like bigger traveling section. Okay, and then okay, so who's in the boat?
Everybody except Svenja, I think, no?
Mhm. Oops, I think I have Nightwing riding on Svenja now. That wasn't the idea.
So Svenja is the
Now
Yeah,
the
very
master
creative way of-
has become Mount.
And Atrax, I'm trying to fit you on.
Dang. I'm too big. Can't fit.
How
It's
to unmount? Whoops.
How you unmount? You just click on the horse icon. Or you execute the unmount macro. Or click the icon in the sidebar.
Ernie?
Oh, there you go.
I think
There you
just
go.
summoned Nightwing again. It was freaking out.
Okay, so sequence, untrained. I click on Svenja first and then on Nightwing. Shift.
Yeah.
Or
And then right click on Nightwing.
there we go.
Yeah.
You said I am not trainable. Slightly trainable. Cool.
Okay, let's see how far 20% gets. Turn the brightness as far down as it. Okay, yeah. So you guys move in here. I'm gonna have to move the boat, but I can't give you permission of the token itself. But you guys can just tell me which direction you're going. As yeah, you see ahead of you there is what looks like a humanoid figure kind of perched on a piece of like a tree trunk that is kind of sticking out of the marsh, and on the other side you see a large flower that it actually from a distance it looks like there are about 3 people that are standing there dancing with these wide dresses, and they seem to just be like frolicking in the marsh, but you can see that it seems to be connected to it seems to be actually some sort of plant, which, having seen it from the sky, you are able to tell this, and this, Camilla, with your role, you're able to identify that as a plant, as you have seen some things out in the forest.
It's a plan. This is the route I would suggest we take. I don't know if you guys are in agreement, but I don't want to F with any sort of mad plant. I should say that Atrax doesn't like plants that I have a consciousness. So basically, he suggests that we should give it a white bird and just try to go around on the other side.
Yep. What I think Svenja is going to try, well, she's going to pull out her lyre and play it and try and charm the dryad by casting a hypnotic pattern on her when she gets closer. That's the proposal. She's sort of secretly whispering to the guys down there. So let me try and hypnotize the dryad so she doesn't attack us, and we can then go. I like the route that you've put down there. How does that sound?
Yeah, should be good.
Okay. Well, maybe she'll talk to the Dryad first, but she's got essentially the lyre out. She's playing it and ready to cast Hypnotic Pattern. So, Devin, the idea is that she's going to try and persuade the Dryad to just let us pass. We mean you no harm.
We come in peace.
Wait, could we also, in a way, show Torg, since we kind of like telling one of our purpose here to return Torkel?
What if she
Yeah.
doesn't like Torg?
It's secretly one of Torque's lovers, ex-lovers, that caught him with another tree.
Oh no.
And it's secretly that tree was like the mother of this tree, and then he was caught with the grandmother.
Oh my god, that's the best story. Better love story than Twilight.
Team grandmother.
Well, that's not a high bar to beat, though. We have to be honest, right?
No, it's just a meme that's was once popular. Yeah, Team Grandmother. Let's go. So Svenja, you're gonna go and talk with this lady.
Yeah, she's going to try and persuade her to let us go past. How do we want to do this?
Not there yet. Yeah. So are you flying in towards her? Because I will say, if you're making yourself known as you're kind of flying directly towards them, then I'm going to ask you to please make a wisdom saving throw, as they will look back at you.
Uh-oh.
Crap.
Good luck, Svenja.
12.
That is not enough, as you
Evan.
start. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Keep going.
You can actually make one for Nightwing as well, as you kind of fly in and you see this creature looking up at you and just baring its like sharpened teeth, as you kind of see it is terrifying, the visage that you see on this thing's face, as it kind of rears itself up and hisses at you.
Whoa. Natural 20? Natural 20, okay.
And Nightwing does not seem deterred, but you are frightened, Svenja. As you move in, you realize that thing, that's not like the Dryads you've met before. That clearly does not want you talking to it. But Nightwing seems happily flying towards it.
Shite. Turn around, stupid bird.
And also, just for the record, Nightwing will be immune to this effect for the next 24 hours.
Okay, so the attempt to charm. I'm frightened of this creature now, so I can't actually move closer to it, except Nightwing is happily flying on. She'll definitely turn him around. Or actually decide scared enemy. Can I cast a spell on someone if I'm frightened of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
should be
think you
able
just
to.
have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability check.
Yeah.
Okay. So she is still playing the lyre, so she's going to, from the, how far are we away? Measurement stick with 30 feet, we're 40 feet in range, not in range.
Yeah, so you
Inside a
could have
30-foot
gotten a bit
cube.
closer with Nightwing flying in.
Yeah,
but
yes, but it is a 30-foot cube within range, so she will cast this hypnotic pattern essentially around the. Oh, I should target this creature first. There-ish. Come on. And just from the lyre, these colorful and because she's using the lyre, the Dryad has, hang on, let me check again, disadvantage, I think, on that saving throw. Where is this lyre? Come on, come on, come on. Apologies, I had it open a while ago. Yes. Well,
So we'll
casting a
say-
spell, was any of its targets to be charged on a failed saving throw, they're posing disadvantage on the save. She
Okay,
gets
she does have advantage against magical effects, so it would cancel out to that.
Shit. Okay,
To
so
the
she
single
still saves the spell.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that was
Fuck.
the 21.
Don't know if this Dryad is friendly or.
Well, probably not anymore.
Less so now, yes.
Well, as you cast that spell and she does succeed, you're going to see her kind of wince and then dive into the water and kind of
Uh-oh.
disappear beneath the surface.
Oh no.
Do we see her disappearing under the water?
Svenja, don't sleep on the mount.
No, I was just resetting my spells and shit. Sorry.
That's called cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys do see that happening, but we will now go to you as on the rowboat. You can kind of tell me. You will see that you are running into some of this debris. You're having to navigate it. So I'm going to ask for checks if you're trying to do something specific, but otherwise, just tell me which way you're trying to row and what you guys are doing.
This way is good.
Yeah, I believe so. To avoid that flowers.
Yeah, so you're kind of squeezing through the smaller section there, and you will feel the sides of the rowboat getting kind of caught up in the marsh, or like all the moss that's floating on top and in some of the reeds underneath. So yeah, what are you guys going to try and do to move your way through?
Atrax will try to get up and say something like, of course, this happens to us. But then he will fly and go back to the boat and start pushing from the back of the boat whilst flying, being kind of parallel to the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. You
And-
can make an athletic.
Yeah, and for Onyx, I can imagine with an oar, he's moving the debris out of the way, and the reeds like kind of like moving it out of the way so we don't get tangled up in it.
Oh, what a good athletics roll.
Yeah, so you can either give Atrax advantage on his check or make your own there.
I give him advantage.
You may advantage. Okay, let's see the second roll.
Okay. Dice roll.
Even better.
Ah, no.
Yeah,
I
so at this
tried.
point, you guys get wedged here in this like in between these two pieces of marsh. There's probably some branches and things catching you underneath, all the roots that are underneath you here. And you will feel that as you are trying to kind of get out of the sandbank, you can feel that the boat is kind of being pulled into it at the same time. It seems to be
Yeah.
like holding it here in the swamp.
I think at that point, Atrax will just look at the. You said there were also some roots. And
Yeah, there are definitely roots underneath here. It seems like the roots kind of spread everywhere. But just before you get to that, I will say also Onyx and Carmilla, because your passive perceptions are 21, you will notice something rippling in the water down.
There. Is it slowly getting closer?
You're just sort of seeing bubbles coming up as you guys are getting stuck. So it seems like Atrax is trying to figure out how to free the boat, but the two of you notice that it seems like there's something under the water.
Okay. What to do? Is there any?
I would have wanted to cut some of the roots Or the with the hand axe, just try to free the boat a bit from their grasp.
And
Yeah, you can make either another survival or a just an attack roll with your hand axe.
Yeah, I'll go with the hand axe.
oh, attack roll. Okay. Oh, there we
Okay.
go. Nat 20.
Oh,
And the damage. And
Oh yeah, you just hack your way through there. Just those roots are very quickly becoming a non-issue as
Yeah, and yeah. And for Onyx, so seeing the bubbles, I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy, and what the effect I'm gonna create is I'm gonna, where is it? It's a sound. Please. Oh yeah, tremors. There you go. Harmless tremors. So basically, kind of creating a tremor to distract whatever the bubbles is there, like creating a tremor nearby where the bubbles are to, in a way, distract whatever is there.
okay, you can give me a deception check.
All right. Deception.
I think with advantage because it's thaumaturgy.
Okay. Deception. The. Okay, here it is. Advantage. Roll. Attack roll. There we go. Dirty 20.
sorry.
Okay, yeah. So as you create these vibrations, you kind of create another ripple in the water, just moving some of the marsh, and you will see as this happens from underneath the water, you will just see vines erupting and like grabbing onto it, trying to just pull that whole piece of earth down as you see a face just peek up out of the water. You see sort of two eyes, and the eyes of the swamp dryad um, appear just out of the as it seems like she attacks the where you put the tremors and then looks up to notice that she didn't actually catch anything. But you've managed to draw her out there in that moment.
Okay.
And Atrax in the meantime has managed to free the boat, so you guys are able to move again. And
I wonder, with seeing her, can I attempt to speak with the Dryad?
in an attempt, it seems like she's just trying to attack that piece of earth, but you can, I mean, yeah, she's there. You can try to talk.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Onyx will speak, saying, we just want to pass through. No, don't mind us." Does she respond? Does this Dryad respond or no? Oh, hello.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to. Oh, sorry guys, my battery is dying, but the power should come back any minute. As you
There's
as you
1
ask
minute
this
left.
question, shall we take a little break so I can
yeah, let's
Yep.
do that.
switch back over?
I don't know how
yeah.
accurate your guys are. I was usually coming within sort of 10 minutes after. Let's take a 5 minutes break or so.
Oh yeah. Yep. I gotta go to the bathroom and I'm gonna get some snacks.
Cool.
Nice.
Done.
I will be back as soon as my power is back.
Okay.
Cool. See you now.
See you. This music is awesome. I love it.
Oh, are you back?
I'm back. Yes. Just give me
Alright.
1 second to
Alright,
get back.
so
Is it one out?
I'm here.
yep, I think we're waiting for Christos Pena.
Yep, I'm here. I'm just walking back with my cup of coffee, but I can hear you.
Awesome.
Not waiting for me.
Very good.
Oh, I hear plates clattering about. What's that? Okay.
Oh, good fighting.
Okay.
Oh, well, with full brightness, this looks so much better.
Okay, I'm back.
Cool. Perfect. Is everyone ready to go? Kamala, are you here?
Yes.
Would say like
Mhm.
compatible.
Cool. That sounds like everyone's at least got audio.
Yep.
Yes.
Good, good.
So Onyx, as you start shouting to the Dryad, I'm going to need the three of you on the ship to please give me a wisdom saving throw, as she kind of turns and instinctively hisses at you as well, just like she did to Svenja.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You can see it on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Also,
El
Onyx
Paso.
again.
No
Here
comprende?
goes nothing. Oh, okay, that's actually good for once. At least this one, but we'll see.
It is
Hey,
unfortunately not enough, though it is a
Oh!
frightened effect. Don't you have a
What?
Onyx and Kamala? That is enough, but Atrax 16 is not.
Oh.
Yay. I
And Svenja, when I'm not sure if you actually back at your machine, but you can remake the save against the frighten at this point. Usually at the end of your turn. But yeah, when she hisses back, Atrax, you recognize that is not something that you were prepared for in the swamp of all the things. Like maybe that is a hag. You're not sure. Like, is it a troll? Is it a hag? Like, there's so many things it could be in this forest. You
Yeah.
almost, like the paranoia is built. But
Yeah.
oh yeah, and Svenja seems to be sharing it. Kamala and Onyx, like Onyx, you're trying to actually be diplomatic with this thing, and it doesn't. Neither of you are looking that intimidated. Kamala, not much phases you. It's just like yeah, whatever. So you can see she's kind of hissing at you, but that's all she's doing at the moment. You guys respond.
yeah, so depending on how you want to play the turn thing, she would try and turn the playing of the lyre that she used to hypnotic pattern into a counter charm. So doing the performance.
Oh yeah. You can
But I
definitely do
don't know
that.
if that applies for this saving throw or for the next round of saving throws.
Yeah, so you can apply it to this one as you.
Okay, which means that myself and Atrax would then have advantage on that throw that you just rolled. Or do you want to go for the next round?
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you can do it now. The Onyx and Kamala are immune to this for the next 24 hours, so it'll just be you guys rolling anyway. So you can either just roll that one with advantage or roll a new one with advantage. It's up to you.
Yeah, no, so,
And you want with advantage? Okay.
Yeah, it'll take longer to do that, but 6 seconds longer. It's just in this moment, it probably gives the Dryad a moment to respond before you break out if you don't get it on that roll.
yeah.
Okay.
So I just rolled a second roll. She still does not make it. Atrix may have a chance. Maybe not.
Yep.
Who knows?
This is 17 succeed.
Crap.
Oh.
You need a tree or something.
17 just failed.
Oh,
Damn.
oh man, the DC must be 18. Damn it.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, well.
you will see her kind of rise up out of the water, and she has these glowing green eyes and what looks like seaweed for hair, as she just like walks or kind of climbs up onto a piece of wood, and she hisses at you that are looking at her. She says, "This is no place for your kind. Get out."
Onyx will say, "Well, we are just returning this creature home." As he gestures towards the Torg, will she respond to that?
Torg sort of stands up out of the deck and puts up a hand and says, "I am Torg." And you see her. Actually, give me a persuasion check there, Onyx, with advantage.
Okay,
Oh.
persuasion. Okay,
So
with
the
advantage.
theory was true. A former lover.
Okay, come on, let's roll. 19. Woo.
19, okay. Yeah, so you see her eyes sort of widen as her expression softens, and then she dives forward, like she rushes towards the ship or towards the boat. And you can give me an insight if you're worried about what she might be doing, because she is rocketing towards you. But I mean, it's not.
Yeah. Like making sure she doesn't like suddenly grab and kidnap Torg or something like that. Oh no, dirty.
Yeah, that's kind of it. It feels like it might be quite aggressive, but you can see Torg just kind of puts up a hand, like he seems to be trying to gesture not to do anything, but all he says is "I am Torg," so it's hard to tell. Yeah,
Torg
she-
here says to stay back
I think there would have been just as much press
in the name
like,
of the
"Here's
Green
thing,
Proclamation,
no, it's
paragraph
both ways,
12.
Because if they have the
whatever that means.
and they have
Like basically, kind of like in America, I invoke the fifth or something like that.
So as she rushes towards you, you will see her kind of dip beneath the surface for a moment and then emerge up and kind of grab the side of the rowboat, rocking it as you all are nearly kind of tipped over. But you see she is completely ignoring the three of you and is looking directly at Torg. And you see her start to speak as you're not really sure what she's saying. It's like it sounds quite similar to when Torg speaks, but she's not making words. You would recognize that you've probably heard druids speak like this when they speak to plants, and she is like speaking Torg's language. She seems to be able to communicate with him and is just talking to him, and she seems to be like overjoyed as she is talking to him, and every now and then you hear him responding with "I am Torg, I am Torg."
Holy shit.
Ooh, yes, diplomatic works.
Keeping my distance. Actually, maybe flying a little bit further away. I'm still scared of her.
Yeah, you guys can try and remake that save again now as this is happening, because Atrax, she's climbing onto your ship, it seems like. as she's kind of putting one leg up quite unnaturally, like her knee is coming above her ear as she climbs onto the piece of marsh next to you, and
What
it's just
the flip?
like quite spider-like moving
Yeah.
up there.
Atrax, you still have advantage in that.
Okay.
Oh man,
No?
gotta roll lucky. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, now that she's up close and seems to be friendly,
She's
How
so
is
beautiful
Atrax?
on the inside that I when she got close, I felt the inside coming outside.
Oh my god, you are so going to get teased in one of Sonia's songs for that particular segment.
This is what Svenja is now singing just nervously about. But the dryad, you will see her look up to the three of you, and in common she will still, like in broken sort of hissing common, she'll say, "You are not with the hags. You have returned Turg to us. I never thought I would see him again. Thank you."
Yes, we are definitely not with the hex. We very much
We are
dislike them.
much like we are very much against the hags, and we are trying to put a stop to their, well, evil doings.
They are a plague upon this swamp. I'm sorry for assuming. I saw the undead one and the leon, and I assumed a tiefling as well. You kind of fit the descriptions, you know.
Ah,
But Turk, we must return. What happened to him?
I look at Carmilla. What happened to him?
yeah, Onyx as well. We're both new people. We don't know how Torek came across the party.
Yeah, neither do Camilla or Svenja, actually. I don't think any
Oh,
of them were
okay.
there. They were playing
Oh, wait.
other
I'm not
characters.
Torque.
Or that there's something they see that
Oh wait, none of us know how Torek came across the party.
Yeah, Torg was introduced when with a druid character that came in and subsequently left just before you guys. So he's like,
Okay.
When I
Okay,
said from the
and-
far distance, yeah, Svenja would just basically say we had a big fight against raiders and some undead, and he came in with the druid who helped us. I'm not sure how he met up with the druid, but he's been telling us he needs to come back home. So I'm assuming he was kidnapped or something, taken away. But that's all we know. He came there with the druid and helped us in the battle, and we're bringing him back before we go after the hags.
Torg puts up another hand and just seems to gesture as he says, "I am Torg," and she will say, "Oh, I understand." He says that he came to help Brodvik. So
Oh.
you must be from there?
Yes, more or less, but yes.
yes.
Well, stay away from the plant. It's not as pretty as it looks. And she kind of moves up a little bit closer to the ship as you notice that these dancing flowers have slowly been inching their way like through the mist towards you.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Yeah, they only seem to be getting about there. You can still see that they're attached to the main plant. You guys are aware that it's there, but it just seems to like be trying to kind of lure you in with this dance.
This is where I wish I had major illusion, because I make like this major illusion of pruning shears. Here to put you in a pot plant.
Atrax will actually ask the Dryad, can you help us take Torg to where he needs to go?
Of course, I would be happy to. There is a small clearing nearby here. He should be able to access the heart of the forest and regrow. Oh,
Amazing.
I see. And Turg will continue to try and explain something to her. And she'll say, it was not the hags that did this to him, but we have seen the bandits that did. They have been kidnapping the animals that survive, buying them from the hags.
Mm.
We would be eternally grateful if you could help any more in this issue, but I do not wish to be pushy. And you see her smiling with these sharpened teeth and glowing eyes, like she's now acting much friendlier, but still just as creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Onyx will ask, wait, quick question, Mr. Hyde. The comment you made about the Leonin, you saw other Leonin? Aligned with the head?
Yes, I have seen many Leonin come passing through this swamp, but mostly women and children. The men are usually weary of going too deep into the forest.
Mm. Yeah.
All right.
That's
Come, I will take you to a safe place for Torque and away from the flowers. As you can see, one of them getting a bit close, and she just swats at it in the air.
okay. We would
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yes. Let us move forward.
She stands onto that piece of marsh and she says, "Follow." And she sinks down into it as it seems to just absorb her into it. And then you will see her reappear on another one further down.
Yep. All right.
Okay,
We will attempt to follow.
Yes.
Huzzah for diplomacy.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah, putting the bar to shame as well. Well done. I'm now officially redundant.
No, you still have the way to inspire us with words and music.
Yes, I make you into better use. So I think as Svenja gets more used to, she's becoming really curious about having a conversation with the Dryad about what is the heart of the forest and all that. But I guess she'll wait and see what happens.
Mm.
You'll see her moving through the trees, kind of moving through the marsh as if the marsh itself is carrying her around. And as she appears on this line of trees, you will see her kind of move them apart as she gestures for you to follow, and you'll notice that there is a small clearing here that you can see underneath the surface of the water this faint green glow, much like when Turg was showing you where he needed to go before. And as you're asking these questions, Svenja, you can clearly see that the glow is coming from the roots that are underneath the water. It seems like as soon as it goes underneath the water, it starts to glow with this like bioluminescent, just green kind of magical energy. You're not sure if it is technically magic, but it definitely looks like it.
Okay. Is there sort of space for us to stand, or is? Because what I think Svenja would do is she would dismount, if there's a space to Nightwing, dismount her and sort of put her into a crystal. But if there's sort of something that looks like solid enough to stand on.
Yeah, there's some branches and things around here that look a bit more solid, but it is definitely uneven or uneven territory to be standing on. You're never sure what might give way, but it seems like the trees she's led you to have formed quite a thick circle around this this area of marsh. You should be able to stand on some of them.
Yeah, so using the free runner's armor, which we haven't used in a while, she will sort of find a nice thick branch and
Yeah,
you just leap up onto it and parkour into a nice comfortable place which you can.
You know, perfect run for that.
See how well that goes. Falling on your ass again today. Yeah. 10. So yeah, she wants to have a nice, clean, good viewing spot of whatever is going to happen next.
Yeah, you'll see Torg jump off the boat and also start climbing up to the canopy. You guys can see through the trees here into that clearing, but are you guys just staying in the boat there?
Atrax would fly up above the trees and
Yeah. For Onyx, he would use his ring of jumping to essentially, kind of like Assassin's Creed style, jump or acrobatically climb through the terrain of the trees. Try to look for a ledge to perch.
Yeah, you can give me an athletics or acrobatics.
Right.
As you'll just have to right click your character and then click the horse on the left. Click the blue one, I think it's the best, and just clean it up. Or the red one should dismount.
Oh, wait, right click the character and what?
And then just the little horse on the left there, you'll see
okay. Okay, I
that
see.
that lets you move beyond the boundaries of the ship.
Okay, there. All right, my athletics check. Let's see what I do. How I do. Yeah. Okay, well, it's a decent 13.
Wait.
All of his
How well
cards of
do you
the
say
common
this,
art
what's
just
called,
use,
like,
middle initials,
tree
the
foliages?
Artist signature WAR. So.
No. Well,
Yeah,
I
What,
mean,
the trees?
Yeah, it's quite. It looks like it could give way quite a bit, but it is thick enough that there's plenty. I mean, you would be able to climb it fairly easily.
just the fact that it's like 500
Well,
pages. So
just
I'm
walk up.
wondering when I'm, it's the kind of thing where it almost has to
Oh yeah,
be
the
going
horse
on.
thing.
And it's
Let's
also 'cause it's gonna
see.
probably
Oh yeah,
be
it's
the
the.
size of
Wait,
a
is
standard
it?
D&D book. So you have this giant
Oh yeah, it's
500.
Yeah, so I mean, with your ability, you'll just be able to climb up there, no problem, and you'll kind of start going past Onyx as Onyx. You're clambering up there. You're definitely able to get to the top, but you will feel that this canopy is kind of slipping and breaking underneath you as you climb, and it is definitely not as stable as it looks. And at this point, I would like all of you to give me a strength saving throw with advantage because of
Okay.
because of Atrax's
Atrax.
thing.
Yeah.
One sec. Okay, so
Yeah, look.
most of you are perfectly fine. You can feel the canopy kind of shifting underneath you as Onyx is climbing up. But Carmilla, as you get to the top of this, you've easily climbed past Onyx, but then he accidentally pulls the tree out from underneath you, and you're going to fall down towards the marsh. You probably are
Can
able
I-
to catch yourself. You can tell me what you're doing.
I'm wondering, can I attempt a athletics check but at disadvantage? Can I do that? To attempt to grab or
What I'm doing is
actually,
simple.
you got a
Little topic, and then we'll
you
get
got
to
a
the main
13
topic.
too. So. Oh no, that was for the other one.
Is putting
It's-
out
But what is
the
Carmilla?
first edition
It's
of the
simple.
game. They're reprinting
She is grabbing her rope, then throws the one in
Wild.
up towards what was it, Alex? Because if she's going down, at least he's going with her.
Like, okay, I can see if D&D did it, and they did recently. Like they've been reported. I can see.
Okay, so you're throwing it over to Atra. Or to Onyx.
Onyx.
Shadowrun?
Okay. Yeah, so Onyx, you can, if you're trying to catch that, and you can make another athletics check. It won't be at disadvantage. You can
Okay.
make a normal.
Oh crap! Why is it? What's with the 13?
Yeah, so having seen Carmilla fall on her ass many times since they were children, Svenja is looking forward to this great anticipation.
So yeah, with that, Carmilla, you manage to basically lasso Onyx, and both of you get pulled out of the trees and go crashing down through the foliage and into the marsh below with one hell of a splash, as you are both going to take.
Oh, I'm gonna use my reaction. Small fall.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you won't take any damage if you slow
Yep.
falling, and yeah. So Carmilla, you're either going to take 6 damage unless you want to try and give me a dex save to avoid it, because you haven't actually rolled on this one.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So as you guys tumble through this, you like what could impale a regular person if they had gone through here on so many branches. You guys managed to catch yourself swinging and just like catching some vines sliding down as you both managed to stop yourself from actually, you like just get to the surface of the water, and both of you are kind of tangled up in vines and branches, but you're just hanging there like Mission Impossible style, and you've both managed to avoid taking the damage.
I wish I can think of an appropriate song, but Svenja would be picking up T's song on fire and sticking her tongue out at Carmilla. She's like, this is very funny.
Torg is going to lift a hand, and the vines that you guys kind of caught yourselves on are just going to start to retreat back up into the canopy and pull you up to the top.
Wait,
Okay.
what? Holy shit.
Oh yeah, Torg did that. So yeah, Onyx will say,
Such a
"Thank
tiny
you, Torg."
guy? So with, I think Svenja's been trying to talk. She's going, I am Torg. There's much surprise and shock.
You see him as the rest are kind of getting up to the top and everyone's gathered around. He looks back at you, Svenja, and he shakes his head and says, "No, I am Torg."
Oh!
And then he dives off the top of the canopy, and you see him majestically fly towards the glowing roots underneath and just splash down into the water. As you see the ripples kind of disturb the surface, he is going to disappear underneath, and you will see that glow suddenly start to get brighter and brighter as you feel the trees that you're standing on start to actually move underneath you. And the dryad, you hear her laughing as she says, "Hold on tight."
Yeah, Atrax will be a bit above the canopy, still flying with his boots, just to yeah.
Yeah,
Music getting intense.
I should probably switch on the music, shouldn't I?
Oh crap! It's something. It's something.
Let's go.
As you see those roots glowing and the trees starting to move, you will see them start to rise up out of the water as you hear this low and like booming voice start to just reverberate as it takes form, and you hear it saying, "I am Torg," and just this massive vine creature rises above you like 40 feet tall. It is
Holy mother of God.
like bigger
Oh.
than the giant. You just see this is not a little plant man.
This
Ah.
is dark.
Yeah, I wonder, is this the
It's-
art of DC Swamp Thing, or is it something different? entirely?
No, it is
Different,
Swamp Thing.
Is that his name? I don't remember.
Yeah, no,
Ah,
that's
okay.
Swamp Thing.
Okay.
That was the art he used for the character.
Okay.
I didn't have the heart to change it. But it
But
is
man.
Swamp Torch, not Swamp Thing.
Yeah,
What
it
a
is.
moment. What a
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
And you will see as he rises, the swamp around him, that glow seems to almost pulse out, and you will see the dead branches and the gnarled trees kind of starting to untwist, and you see the swamp around you seems to relax slightly as
Mm.
the fog around you begins to clear, and it seems like
What?
Torg is having a positive effect on this ecosystem immediately.
I wonder. Onyx, looking back, how does that dancing flower look like now? Is it wilting or is it changing somehow?
That's a good question. I think it would be dancing even harder. You will now clearly be able to see the three flowers that are dancing around it, and you would see it kind of standing tall. It seems almost happy to be doing this, but you will notice that the thorns that are running along the vines will start to recede into the vine, and they become smooth, and those the bulbs of these flowers, you will see them start to take on some of that glow as well, as they keep dancing, but it seems it seems brighter.
Okay. Oh wow! I noticed that the map. Yeah, the map is also lighting up a bit. Or was I just seeing things?
So the fog has cleared.
Ah. What is he? Svenja would ask the Dryad. What are you? So you get. So you ask the Dryad, what is he? Who is he? He. Not sure if it's even a he. They.
He is the guardian of this forest, of this swamp. It is some primordial force given shape. I believe that he
Oh.
came here to protect us from the curse of the hags. He was here almost in response, but when he left us, things took a turn. I thought that I could maintain things for a while, but without him, they are too powerful.
Oh. Hmm.
But perhaps,
Yes.
now that he has returned, and with some brave warriors, maybe we can free more of the swamp from their curse.
Most definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely a noble endeavor. And to free the people that were captured by the hags as well.
Yeah. And yeah. Yeah, so far we've been, for a night or two, we've been feeling some of the effects of the fog that was here before, before Torg came here. Feel like those effects should now dim or weaken.
Oh, that's
Perhaps.
a good point. Are you still feeling hungry?
You definitely are. But there is that hunger doesn't seem to have gone away at this point. And the Dryad will say, perhaps, but be wary. It will take some time for Torg to fully connect to the swamp. The hag's influence is strong, and they have many in their ranks now. I can show you where they are,
Mm-hmm.
but one must be careful. These swamps can consume you and everything else in it. Anything that has consumed the dragon blood will be immune to the effects of Toad's cure.
Oh. So we need to take out the source of the dragon blood in order to reestablish the whole area.
Right now, seems like it, but at the moment, I cannot. If the hags have many in their ranks, I believe we should first go after those that follow the hags first before going to the hags directly.
Yeah, it would be probably a wiser approach.
And who knows, we may be able to find some allies or some prisoners that we can free that may become allies down the line.
So, so no, just sort of wait. Did you say that those who have drunk the dragon blood be immune? Is that forever? Which means the creatures that they've already turned is never going to turn back?
I cannot be certain. Those who have drank it, they come back to the hags like they are looking for water. And the trolls their bodies have changed. There are unholy things happening to them. I do not believe that they can be easily healed. But also,
Yeah, so,
it is the influence of one of the hags that is here. They do not all come to the forest at once. There is the ghostly one that commands most of the trolls. And then there is her, Drekna Bloodtooth. She's the one you need to worry very much about.
Drekna Bloodchipped. Okay.
so is she the most powerful of them? The one that has the curse in the swamp?
She is the one that I have seen the most, but I think their power comes from the coven.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If we were able to cut the head off of one, perhaps we could weaken the others as well. But it would not be easy. She can smell your blood. And this is why I thought that perhaps you were with her. And she looks at Carmela. She says, "You are sure you are not of her kind?"
And B, I
Not
think
as
it was
far
just
as I
easier
know.
to use.
Who knows? Maybe she's
Yeah,
an
the
ant
answer that
or
everyone has always
something.
said that it was it's easier to run for streaming.
Yeah.
You see the dryad sort of looking at Carmela curiously, but yeah, it is up to you guys how you want to tackle this.
So has she seen the third hag by any chance? Do we know what?
There is one that they call Ironjaw. I do not know her whole name, but the other is very secretive. She stays to the north, somewhere in the forests, away from the swamp. I believe she may be the most powerful of all, and perhaps the oldest.
Oh, the hag known as Ironjaw, the oldest
No.
and strongest, or
The one that's hidden.
oh, the one that's hidden.
They
Okay.
call her Thorn Sorrow, but I have never seen her myself. I've only heard whispers.
Okay. Oh wait, out of character. What did she say? Dorn, something. What was her name?
Dawn Sorrow.
Oh, Dorn. What again?
Dawn Sorrow, like a
Oh, Dorn
thorn
Song.
on
Okay.
a vine.
Okay, got it. You said Dorn Song.
Sorrow.
Oh, Sorrow.
Sorry, I
Okay,
don't,
got it.
don't enunciate the R's. I'm realizing.
So we
Okay,
have
got it.
Bloodtooth, Iron Jaw, and Thorn Sorrow,
Yes.
right? Okay. This is still out of character, just to make sure that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Writing down in the notes.
Yeah,
Well,
you heard the one. The one
Go
is Drekna is her actual like first name.
yeah, Drachna Bloodtooth. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we're not that informal.
What's up, Drachna?
Yeah, so
might
Iron
as
Jaw
well
is the
be.
ghostly one, and Dawn Sorrow is the secretive one. Says that, right?
Thorn Sorrow is the eldest and perhaps the most cunning. Iron Jaw is, well, unmistakable, twisted and monstrous. She summons nightmarish fiends and looks at Onyx again, like shrugging. Again, sorry for assuming.
No worries. I can understand from your position of yeah.
Drekna, she is the Pact Keeper, the most sadistic and brutal of the sisters. She takes delight in tormenting those who have signed pacts with the Coven. And I have seen her do terrible things in these swamps. It is her evil that has corrupted it.
Oh, the one called Bloodtooth.
Yeah.
Yes.
She must be the one. Considering her formal title, she must be the one handing out the dragon blood to people.
Precisely. With the help of her lackey, Malgrim.
Yeah, the possessor, the ghosty chap we met last time.
Yeah. Out of character. So basically, Dragna Bloodtooth would be the one that Atrax's wife and Atrax's wife did a deal with, right?
Quite possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Most likely, yeah. She seems to be the, as she said, the Pact Keeper.
Yeah. Atrax will have a steely gaze, more so than he usually does, and he will say with a certain resolve in his tone, well, do you know of any weaknesses that we can exploit? Anything that we can use or do to make them more susceptible to our powers? I'm talking especially about Malgrim the Possessor here. He's the most dangerous one.
Either that or restrict or somehow weaken their abilities. One thing for sure is taking down one of their, at least one hag or something from the Coven should definitely weaken something. Weaken their influence at least.
Yeah, she'll think for a moment and say, the hag herself is powerful. I'm not sure what weaknesses she could have, but Malgrim, he is different. He likes to inhabit bodies that are not his own, but if you can get him out of the body, he slips into the ethereal plane. With magic weapons, you could kill him. I believe bringing him into the sunlight may make it easier. But I am no expert in dispelling ghosts. The ones that haunt this forest are difficult to see. And she kind of looks out as if there are things around you, but you don't see anything.
Yeah, Onyx will just nod.
Right. But yeah, that's actually good news because we should be able to take him down with magical weapons.
Yep. Yeah. And yeah, Onyx will mention yes, and my tattoos it makes my unarmed strikes magical.
Yeah. So I look at the others. How should we proceed now? I think our next waypoint was up north. Should we wait for Torg to reestablish a deeper connection? Or what should we do?
Hmm. Right, right now, I should believe we should help Torg somehow with enhancing essentially his influence around the swamp, or possibly helping what the Dryad suggested, like something about the wildlife being harmed.
You'll see Torg give a nod to you and just say, "I am Torg," as she translates and says, "He says you have done more than enough for him already. You can leave that job to him, and if you need his help, you need only call to the trees. He will hear you." And Torg gives it a nod. So you can essentially now summon Torg while you are in the swamp. You should be able to.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like we shouldn't like depend on Torg too much. He may have business.
No, I'm just thinking like we are in a dire spot. We're like on our last hit points, and then Torg, we need you, and he just kind of rips through the trees or just from the ground and says, "I am Torg," and
okay, kind of like in Infinity War with the Groot when coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost exactly like. Not at all a reference, but yeah, you can you now have that. I'll work out the mechanics for next time. See if it's we'll either do like once a day or once per rest, but I think once per rest will make sense.
Yeah. But we should be focused now on taking down probably Malgrim the Possessor, or get closer to the Whispering Glade to some degree.
Yeah. Right now, Onyx does believe we should take down this blood dude. This one distributing the blood and at the same time making deals and who knows, maybe in the process we may help out Isolde back at the camp.
They both reside at the Whispering Glades. The hag continues her experiments there while Malgrim deals with the Trollkin. I believe you may be able to find them both, but taking them both on at once could be
dangerous beyond belief.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Malgrim is the spirit, so going to struggle to harm him.
Yeah.
Bloodtooth will definitely help her in combat. So I'm kind of thinking towards take Malgrim first, so that he can't bring the Trollkin. Then her. But on the other hand, if she summoned him, if we take her out first, maybe he just disappears. That'll be too good to be true, though. We won't be that lucky. Let me rather rephrase it.
Yeah. Yeah, if we're going after... wait, what's his name again? Malga?
Malgrim.
Malgrim.
Oh, Malgrim. Okay. The music is kind of... Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to adjust the music a bit to lower so I can hear you guys a bit. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, Malgrim, the possessor.
Okay, yeah. So if Malgrin is is making deals with these Trollkin, he most likely has some trolls around, so you definitely need some fire, acid, or ice around to take down the trolls around Malgrin, if there are.
I will ask. Yeah, probably not be able to find him definitely probably alone, but or completely alone, but I will ask the Dryad, is there any possibility of luring Malgrim to lay a trap for him, an ambush, anything that he's most interested in? I would assume souls, but yeah, that's kind of a broad area.
Feel like it's
It is possible. I'm not sure it is souls that he is after. He serves the hags loyally, but his spirits are all over this swamp. It is hard to tell which is the real thing. He is malevolent and deceiving, that one.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could make him think that he is manipulating you. Manipulate him instead.
Okay.
I know
Sounds
that
very...
he enjoys to possess and control mortal vessels. He uses them as instruments to carry out the hag's plans. Perhaps that is something you could tempt him with.
Okay. And as he says, okay, you can see Atrax's kind of cogwheels behind his eyes in his head, kind of rotating a bit, trying to think of a better alternative, because this seems risky as heck, but he's willing to give it a shot. So Atrax will say something along the lines of, I could be the bait.
But that depends, though. Atrax, are you a good liar?
Well, I think that's beside the point, because to some degree at least, because I think he mostly wants me to, well, join in their experiments or be part of a live experiment, or to experiment on me.
Very risky.
I know, but I am willing to, and his voice trembles a bit, I'm willing to try at least. I'm willing to give it a shot for Matra and Jural. And these are basically his wife and his boy.
All right. All right.
If anything should happen, I have you guys to snap me out of it, right? And he kind of pats Onyx's back.
Yeah, that is true. And yep. And all right.
I don't know. Now, out of character, I would be very interested in laying out a trap for this bastard. I would be very interested in trying at least to lure him in, acting up as I'm just, I don't know, somehow stranded or lost or anything like that. And yeah, that's when you step in. When he shows his face.
It'll be...
Yeah, so just for the sake of time, I know, Krista, you said you were going to head off by about 11:30.
Indeed, but my brain is fading.
Yeah, I'm thinking we should, because also the next, if you're going up to the Whispering Glade, you're going to want more than 4 of you.
No, definitely. I wasn't going to suggest to do it now. Just kind of thinking out loud here.
No, that's cool. I was just going to say, I think, like, you're welcome to plan a trap here, but I think we can agree that we'll move on to that next week when hopefully we've got some more people, and
Yep.
and then we can enact that. But we're
Yeah.
going to start wrapping up the session here as
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
you get into those plans.
I wonder how many players are there total in this Mordia campaign? Is it 7 players total?
I think so.
Yeah, we're 7 at the moment.
Okay.
So there's Jormund, Gorm, and Mikkel. So 3 more for
Yeah.
out of which are out now.
Okay, got it.
It's
Yeah, if we 2
gonna be
people
tricky
down, we'll
for,
keep going. But yeah, 3 people down, it's a bit much.
Yeah. We don't. Yeah, 4-player parties for Baldur's Gate 3.
I mean, it
Yeah.
could work. It's just I've got to rebalance then.
Yeah,
if we're going to do that.
yeah.
Otherwise,
yeah.
we're going to come back to
Yeah,
new
yeah,
characters.
Yeah, it's better to have most people here so that they know the gist of what's going on.
I mean, if we can get Yormund, it's Yormund and Shepherd. So it's kind of 2 in the fight.
Unless he summons water, then it's like, yeah, we're down 2 people.
Indeed. Okay, so I mean, the $1 million question is, how do you trap a ghost and then destroy it?
You build a cage out of what's called ghost touched iron.
Huh. Wait, so if he's a ghost, and Dryad mentions that he inhabits bodies essentially, or something like that, or inhabits some kind of host.
He enjoys doing that. When we saw him, though, he was mostly, so it's like, I'm not sure that once he's in there, he has to stay in there. And there's a couple of 5th or 6th level spells that would be very, very useful here. So
Yeah.
Circle of
So-
Binding or whatever that's called. But
Yeah, but so far we can't essentially trap, but we can attempt an ambush of some kind.
yeah,
Yeah, what I was thinking is that, so in my mind, since he wants Atrax so badly, because he did say "see you there, kitten" or something like that last session, I was thinking maybe just leave Atrax a bit further ahead, alone, not like a mile ahead, just a few like tens of feet away, and you will try to maybe stay hidden from his view. And when he approaches, because like last time we saw him in ghostly form, but we still saw him, then the trap is sprung and we can attack him with all of that we've got. And yeah, don't worry about Atrax. He can take a few hits.
Yep.
yeah. Or Atrax can just challenge him to a duel if you want Atrax that badly. So the only trick is we have to find out how to get the message to him anyway. Which means we have to find a Trollkin and just sort of nail it to its head and send it.
Yeah, or I could just yell around the forest. Sorry, that was a bad joke.
Yeah, I don't know how we summon him. The whispering in the night that we heard last night when Sonia was telling the stories might be one way to get to him. So we need to get him to come to us, and we have to somehow set up an ambush that he can't detect.
Yeah. I'm sure he can
And his
just.
ego. Yeah, but he thinks we're all weak. We're all going to challenge him, but we have to create the idea that we're weak.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we have some ideas to go with in next session. We'll still have to see what we find in up north. So yeah.
Yep.
as you move along a bit down the or up the stream through the marsh.
Yeah, so I mean, he was engaging with us further south already, and the closer to Torg's current location we can engage him, the better our chances of
Yeah.
beating him, being able to summon Torg, and also I'm guessing that he relies on the cursed marshes to summon the Tolkien, and maybe they need the cursed marshes to split up and sort of multiply. So the closer to Torg's current location we can engage him, I think the better. So we have to find a way to get him to come down here.
Okay, yeah, that's reasonable. You just did probably difficult to find a way to arrive to get him here, but we are resourceful people. I'm sure we'll find a way somehow at least.
Yeah.
Have to think until next session.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can use the in-character chat if you want to plan more, or
Okay.
if you want to lay something specific out. Though I will say there is, I mean, there is a pretty clear map of the Whispering Glade, so you may be able to work something out as you go and improvise.
And the Whispering Glade, it's still like a location. To our knowledge, let's say, would it be a location where we can summon Torg?
Yeah, it's probably still, it's in the swamp, so
Oh, right. Okay.
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably summon Torg across the whole of this swamp area, like the whole. I'll take us to the area map.
Yeah.
But you'll see like the whole left-hand side of the map basically is.
Yeah, it's basically swamp. Got it.
So pretty much everything from the river we came, sort of the dark green area. Yep. Cool.
Okay. So we should have no problem in summoning him even up further north. There's a head moving on the map no more. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where that head came from. I'm trying to figure
out. Yeah. Okay. Man, am I pumped for the next one. Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So.
Cool. So shall we end it there as you guys all plot how you're going to take down Melgrim the Possessor and maybe even take on the Hag Bloodtooth herself?
Yeah. Yeah. Essentially, I feel like once we take it down, both of them feel like the trolls might scatter or something of that nature. Because I remember specifically that we took down like a leader kind of troll, and then that affected the other trolls. Feel like
Yeah,
it'd be
the smaller ones.
Yeah, and feel like it would have a somewhat the same effect when we take down Bloodtooth or something.
Yeah, possibly. We have to see. But yeah, man, it was just an amazing session. Honestly, even though we didn't fight anything this session, which was quite surprising because we usually fight things. But
Yeah,
man, seeing Torg coming out of the water in his true form, that was like shivers on my spine.
Yeah, epic deed has been done.
I loved it.
Yeah. To be fair, I thought there was going to be a lot more fighting too, but you guys successfully used some diplomacy there.
Yeah, I think it was only Onyx that attempted to be diplomatic. So because
but you succeeded.
But you introduced her to Torg, which is he was sort of hidden, especially after you were like, "Oh, it's your ex." He was like, "Nope, I'm out." But but yeah, she would have definitely tried to fight you and feed you to that dancing plant had you not.
Oh man, it would have been terrible if he killed that. It would have been really terrible if he killed that dryad. Like she was it wasn't so terrible.
Yeah,
but
but we
But hey,
succeeded.
yeah, because I think with the Onyx's experience of certain monsters and creatures, he's pretty old. He's like in his late 30s. Uh, so I can imagine. So seeing a dryad, he would imagine they are normally caretakers of the forest, but still like unsure if they're like corrupted by the hag or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Onyx attempted diplomacy first with Torque, and if that didn't work, then that means he was probably corrupted.
Yeah, well played. Thank you guys for the session.
Thank you for
Yeah,
the
this-
session. Was awesome.
This game keeps managing to surprise me. I'm happy with the trajectory. Well,
Yeah, I'm feeling slightly superstitious now